Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about the Xesray Combatants Fight for Glory CASSIA. This is really nice because I remember the original ones and I was during the pandemic, and the line has come very far since then, especially since Golden Hilder, who I have a blast playing with. It's a great figure. And I love that they did that with the Barbarian, and now we have the Roman Gladiator. CASSIA has the short hairstyle, representing her status as a gladiator. Shoulder portions are nice. These are also soft plastic, so these are malleable. Mine's have warped up a bit from falling over, and that's because it's been hot and cold, but I'm gonna re-warp it back. Here we have the soft goods underneath. That is for when we transform her, because she actually does have a second set of clothing. Then we have our belts here, but you will get the standard Xesray Studios. Xesray, what do I call it? Yeah, Xesray Studios. Here we have our articulation where we can lift our arm up with little to no issue. We have the faux bicep swivel inside that can rotate. If yours is stiff, I just recommend you heating it up. We have that new improved arm joint, which is single jointed, but it goes really, really deep. So that way it can make a V shape, which curvatures in closer to 90 degrees. Now, with the armor on, you will still get a forward ab crunch, but will you not be able to crunch as much. When you take the armor off, you'll get more articulation, which we will cover later. Now, on top of that, we have really good head articulation, as you can see here. Our legs can go higher than that of 90 degrees. I'm always astounded by that because, as you can see here, we have a joint. You could pop it open, but they do favor the buttocks. And because of that, when you lift up, you will go outward. But if we're talking about just straight up going up, get a little higher than that of 90 degrees. We have our double joint for our legs, which rotate here. We have generous ankle pivot as well. No toe hinge though. And I do believe this, yes, this can come off when you do the swapping. I don't know why I'm at a loss for words lately. Maybe I'm just tired. But as you can see here, with the thigh swivel as well, you will be able to get some really good articulation from the figure. I want to make sure I get her in a nice stance. Now, the only thing that I have a gripe with, and this is me personally, the belts ride up due to the armor, but that actually is how it moves in real life. Trust me, my belt rides up a million times when I'm doing anything where I cover a wide stance, and it's annoying. But it's something that I just didn't want to see on the figure, and that's a personal gripe. But otherwise, I really like the armored look. Now, you can get a completely different look. Oh. You can get a completely different look, and I'm going to cover that now as we cover the accessories. So let's get to it. Now, we are going to go over all the accessories. The first thing I want to go over is going to be the head sculpt and hair swapping, because she has a couple of different options. One of them is swapping out the hair to put on the helmet head. Now, I really like this sculpt, but when you pop the helmet on, to just, oh, wow. Oh, hold on. I didn't know you could take the faceplate out. So you could take the faceplate out if you want the head to just be in a helmet, which I didn't know until now. That's actually really cool. That is yo. So you can just do that, right? Or, as I did before, you can just pop the faceplate back in with some matching latches. I don't know why my hands are shaky all of a sudden. But you can pop that head sculpt in. And I took it out so you can see what I'm doing. But as you can see here, it looks really, really good. Then we're gonna pop the head on. This is what I'm saying, like stuff like this looks really phenomenal. With the eyes peeking through, it just feels super cool. Now, we're gonna pop this right back off because you do get one more option for hair, which is gonna be without the cutting of the hair, right? So this would give her a long hair option. There we go. So this actually does add a lot of new look to it. It's really beautiful having those options like that. This is really cool. So even that's just awesome. Like you don't get stuff like that all the time. Now, you will get other options. So for instance, you know, we have the Roman Gladiator look. We also do get a cape, which you can do by removing the back pauldrons and adding it on. Same for the fur on the cape. You just add it because there's a drawstring here, right there. So you have options to go up and around the arm. Now, the other options for undressing CASSIA, we're gonna do it right now. So first off, we're gonna do it on camera. We're gonna pop off our shoulder pauldrons, which means you can go Under Armour. And then we have a latch here on the side. I actually have 3 latches here on the side. Gonna pop the head off. And I'm just walking you guys through it. I was gonna do this off camera, but I just feel like, just in case people don't know what's going on, you can see where your options are. I think the only thing that I don't know how to do out the gate is going to be popping these off. But I think that's because you pop the leg off and just let them slide down. So I'm going to do that right now. I figured I'd know how to do it right away, but I was wrong. By the way, the swords are actual accessories. I just forgot to talk about it. Let's do that real quick. So you have a long and short sword. And then as we pop the armor off, I'm going to pull up and around just to make things a little easier. Yeah, that was the easier way. Just go up and around. And then these will slide off. Oh, actually, you could keep these on too. This actually looks pretty cool. I actually like the idea of keeping these on. Let me do that. Ooh, we have a little bit of a nip slip there. But it does give rise to the fact that you can slide this off. So I just want to give you an example that you can actually slide this off and have a bare leg. Now, before I continue talking about the dress, I should cover this because this will make sense. You will get an extra set of feet, which is important because if you don't want to do the sandals look, you have an extra set of feet. You will get a set of open palmed hands. You already saw her come with the item holding hands, so just know that you will get a set of closed fists and a pair of, which that fell really far. You will get a pair of relaxed fists relaxed hands as well. Now, the reason why I say that is because I actually want to pop these off in case you don't want the sandal look. And walking people through this is actually pretty cool. We can also remove our gauntlets as well. I keep having nip slips, so I'm sorry about that, y'all. But I'm gonna, it's actually, girl got hips because these are not coming off right away, which is hilarious. But you do have the option of taking off all her stuff and just having the bare bones character. So you have multiple looks, which again, this is one of those things I enjoy because you don't get a chance to see things like this or have options. And when they start doing stuff like this for the other characters, it's gonna be pretty cool, especially down to the armor, the big armored beast, because that means you can add different armor options. So this is just an idea. So I can get a belt for it and it'll look really cool, but you will definitely have options for your characters. And then we pop our head back on, which, where did I put her? There we go. So this is actually pretty cool. I know we don't see a lot of stuff like this, so it's cool to see it. And now you can see that we have more room for the upper torso, which is what I wanted to get to. You can see we can rotate left, rotate right, reverse, and a better forward ab crunch, which doesn't seem like a lot, but with the help of the legs going forward, you have a lot more options. Now, with that being said though, let me grab some other stuff to talk about the size comparisons. I'm gonna put her regular feet on and we'll get back to it. So one thing I forgot during the stuff to go over, she also has a shield. Really beautiful. And it's a unique handle where you can just slide the hand through, the item holding hand clearly, and it's kind of rubbery and flexible, which is a nice touch. Now, as far as the actual size comparisons, let's jump into it. First, I'm gonna pop up Golden Hilder, because I've been having a ton of fun using her and stuff. So I imagine that it's funny because Golden Hilder feels smaller, but she's literally around the same height, which is pretty crazy because I was like, I just keep considering her to be like a different size, but that's just in my head. As I put them side by side, I realized they are indeed the same height, which is pretty cool. Next up, we have a male combatant from the Xesray Studios. So you can see how he stacks up next to them as well too. So there you have that. So it's pretty cool how far we're going. Let's remove these two. Next up, continuing the Xesray tradition, here we have a Minotaur. He's a big boy, so I'm just like, but as you can see here, big as hell. Next up, I have one of my Axie toy dinos. Because sword and sorcery, I feel like I probably have the most of, so I can do a lengthy comparison with this. Here we are with both a Savage Crucible and a Mythic Legions. So here we are with a Savage, here we are with a Mythic Legions. So she works any well within the sword and sorcery line of a lot of this stuff. But continuing on, here's an Oaktown Girl. That's an elf, by the way, so it's going to be a little bigger. Here we are with a Guardian of the Horde Elf Queen. Then next up, we have a Sorcerer from Guardian of the Horde. Now, if you want to compare to some more traditional stuff, I have a couple of things here like a Punisher and SHF. Let's show those guys too. Here we are with Kuga. Here we are with a Punisher. My boy Ichigo is out of commission at the moment. He's going through some stuff right now. He had a small crack in his ear, so I'm gonna see about getting him repaired. Right? So, that about rounds it up. Overall, I really like this. Just like with Golden Hilda, I'm gonna do my best to showcase this figure in a way that doesn't seem goonerish, but it's just one of those things where it does happen. They are beautiful figures, but at the same time, I'm trying to show that strength in them. And it's been a really, really good time for action figures as of late. I feel like everybody's getting a bunch of good things out of what they want to see and stuff. I'm very happy for collectors. So, as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. Shout out to Xesray because I'm going to meet them hopefully this year at Wonderfest, so we'll see what's up. But in the meantime, thank you so much. So please, be good, do good. Drink your water, guys. Later.